This video tutorial is a quick start on the Mac program called iMovie. This is a program that's free. It comes pre-installed on the Mac, and you can make some very nice video clips with this program, and I'm going to show you how to get started with it, okay? So let's get going. So I've started up the program here, and I have one project that I've already completed, but I'll create a new video here by clicking on that Create New box, and I'll use the movie template. Okay, what I'm seeing here now is a screen that's divided up into three parts. This top left part of the screen is where I will see the media, either the video and image and audio clips that are right on my laptop, or the ones that are both on my laptop and in a movie, or maybe just that I'm going to import from, say, my phone. The square at the top right is my preview panel, where I'm going to watch the video clip that I'm constructing. And there's also going to be some options up there. At the top of that square, there's a little toolbar that we'll look at later. And the panel at the bottom, that big rectangle at the bottom, is my timeline. That's where I'm going to assemble the video clips and still images and music and audio narration that I want to compose into the video clip. All right, so that's a quick tour of the screen. Let's get started. The first thing you might want to do is get some video and audio for your movie. How are you going to do that? Well, the best way, I think, is to just get it from your phone. So, if you want to record some clips on your phone, do that first. Then plug the phone into your Mac. And the way to get that then onto the computer, in other words, to download it from the phone to the computer, is on this screen. Go up to the very top to that downward pointing arrow. If you hover over that, there's some help there that says import video from a camera or folder on your computer. When we go there, since my phone is plugged in, over on the left there's an entry that says iPhone. I'm going to click there. Now I'm seeing all the video clips on my phone. I'm going to click on this one of the Croton Dam Spillway and highlight it, then click at the bottom right where it says Import Selected. Okay, that's being copied to my computer. It's there now, and now I can use it in a video. Now you can see that video clip is included under my project media heading, and I am going to drag that to my timeline and drop it there. So now I have that video clip on my timeline. I'll go up and dismiss that little notification there. Okay, so if I hit the play button now we have a movie with one video clip. All right, so that was pretty easy. Not that impressive, though. By the way, this little vertical line, that's what we call the playhead. And you can see a time countdown here in the middle of the screen, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. So that's how far we are into the video. If I hit the space bar, I can stop the playing. Hit the space bar, resume it. I can also drag that playhead to anywhere I want to play the video under construction from that point. So now we're back to the start. Let's say I want to add a title to here. I'm going to go up to that top left panel. That's where all my media lives. And there's some tabs here. My media, audio, titles, backgrounds, and transitions. Okay, if I want to add some text or a title to my video, I'm going to click on the title, and now I can choose all the different styles of titles that iMovie offers. You don't seem to be able to reposition the text in iMovie, so you basically have to pick a style that puts the text where you want it and be happy with that. So I'll just click expand. I'll drag that down to my timeline, and I'll drop it right above the video clip. So now you can think of that text as being added above the video. It says title text here. I'm going to click there. I'm going to highlight that whole text area by doing a Command A, and then I'll overtype that with Croton Dam Spillway. Okay, let's play the video again. So I'm going back to my timeline. I'm going to move that playhead to 0, hit the spacebar. There we are. The title faded in, fades out, and now it's playing the video. Very nice. Okay. Should we add some music? Let's add some music. I'm going to go up to my top left panel again, where it says My Media. I don't seem to have any audio here, so let's click on the Audio tab. What it's showing me here now are all the music tracks that I have loaded onto my Mac here. And I've got some nice music. There's also some sound effects that come free with iMovie. None of these are particularly nice, although, you know, they're fine. But let's just put a little bit of music here onto this. Oh, how about Simon and Garfunkel, America? So I'll click on that audio clip and then drag it all the way down to the bottom of the timeline to where the music track is and let it go there. And it's quite long. It's much longer than my video. So let's say I want to cut it off right at the end of the video. I'm going to move the playhead there. I'll highlight the music track, and I'm going to hit the Command B. B as in boy. When I do that, it's going to split that audio clip. In other words, it divides it into the place before the playhead and the place after the playhead. Then I'm going to click on the little segment after the playhead, right or control click, and delete. Okay, so now we've trimmed that to the length of the movie. Let's move the playhead back to the start of the movie and hit the space bar. All right, I hear the music playing, but it's really soft. Let's see if we can't adjust the volume of the music and then also the video clip. So I'm going to click on the video clip, and then up at that top right panel, if you look at the toolbar up at the top of that panel, this toolbar is where you'll adjust the properties of any element on the timeline, be it a video clip, an audio clip, a music track, a still image, etc. There's a lot of icons, and one of them looks like a loudspeaker. If I hover over that, it says volume. I'm going to click on that volume, and now I can see that the volume of this video clip is set to 100%. I'll click and drag that down to, say, 50% to lower the volume to half as loud as it was before. And now I'll move down and I'll click on that music clip that we added, America by Simon and Garfunkel. And again, I'm going to go up to the toolbar, click on the loudspeaker. It's set to 100%. And I'll drag that to the right now. And as I do that, look at the audio clip rather, on the timeline. And you can see the waveform there. As I slide this up, it's starting to magnify that or make it louder. So I'll click it all the way to the right at 400%. Now I'll go back and click in the timeline again. And now I'd like to play this from the beginning. And there's a keyboard shortcut that's really useful for that. If I hit the backslash key on my keyboard, it'll start playing my video under construction from the start, no matter where the playhead is. So let me do that now. Very nice. Very nice. So now I've adjusted, let me hit the space bar. So now I've adjusted the relative volume of my little video capture there of the Croton Dam spillway and the music I've added. So now that the music is heard more easily above the roar of the water. You know, one more thing I'd like to show you before we wrap this up is how to combine still images and video clips into one output movie. So let's add a still image into this movie that we're making. To do that, I'll go up to the top left panel here and click on the My Media tab because I'll have to get some more digital media. And now I'm looking at my photos that have been downloaded onto my Mac here. And I'll scroll down and I'll pick one here that I didn't take. NASA took this. It's a solar eclipse as seen from outer space. And I'll take that image and I'll drag it down to my timeline. Now, where I drop it makes a difference. If I move it down on top of the video clip, you see there's a little plus sign that is shown here next to where the mouse pointer is. And if I drop it there, I get a little pop-up menu that says, what would you like to do? Would you like to replace the video with this still image? Would you like to insert the still image right into this place, into the video? I don't want to do either of those. I just wanted to demonstrate that you could do that. So let me cancel that. And instead, I'm going to drag that still image down to the timeline, but I'm going to drop it above where that video clip is. And where I drop it is going to be where that is inserted into my iMovie. So let me drop it right here and let it go. You can see it's 4 seconds long. Now, the way to think about a still image as part of a movie is think of it as a movie clip where the video just never changes. It's a movie that always shows the same picture. But you can do all the same things with it. You know, it has a length that it's showing and so forth. So let me take that little trim. I'm going to click on the right side of that still image, hold it down and drag to the right. So I'm extending the time that that still image is going to show in my movie. All right, so now let's, if I just, kind of move the playhead over the timeline now, I can see what it's going to look like. And that's not what I want. What I'd rather have is it start showing the clouds and pan up to the eclipse of the sun and maybe fade it and then fade it out also. So I want to change the properties of the still image. We know how to do that. We'll click on the still image. We'll go up to that toolbar at the top right. And now we have some tools. One of them is this first tool called Overlay Settings, and I see there's a fade control there. So if I take that fade that's now at 0 and I crank it up to, maybe like 1.2 seconds. Now if I run my, my playhead over that still image, I can see that it fades in and out at the start and end. Maybe not quite enough. Let's do just a little more. Maybe 1.6 seconds. Let's see if that's a little better. Yeah, I like that a little better now. But now I want to reverse the pan, right? It pans from the top of the still image to the bottom of the still image. And I'd rather it start with the clouds and pan up to the sun. So I just need a different property. And if I click on that crop bar, I can see that the style of cropping is called Ken Burns. Ken, as you know, is a famous documentary movie maker that kind of popularized this style of panning over a still image. And I can see where the pan starts and ends, and I want to reverse that. So I'll take the start box, I'll drag it down to the bottom of the still image, and I'll take the end box and I'll drag it up to the top of the still image. All right, so now I've reversed that. If I click and now I pan over the, if I run the playhead back and forth over that still image, now I've got the pan direction I want. I think it could still fade just a little more. So let's click there. Let's go back to that overlay settings and up the fade from 1.6 to more like 2 seconds. So now, except it's just a little off, right? I moved that crop box off to the right a little too far. So let's go fix that. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so there we go. Now I think I'm in the picture. Let's try it again. Beautiful. Let's let it play right there. Let's see it. All right, so that's a little nicer, although it's actually hokey. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to hit the delete key. Let's imagine that that's a good start. We like that. Now what we'd like to do is make an output video file. And maybe we want to post it to social media. Maybe we want to upload it to YouTube. Whatever you'd like to do with it, we'll have to export or output this video that we've made in iMovie to be able to share it. So to do that, I'm going to go up to the top of the iMovie window to that little square with the arrow pointing upward. All the way at the top, I'll click on that and I'll get a little menu that pops up to say, okay, how would you like to share this video? I recommend picking Export File, and that lets me select the name and the format that I want for this. It's defaulting to 1080p, which is basically HD video. It's really more than I need for sharing on YouTube. 720p is probably okay and it's smaller, so let's just pick that. I'll hit next. And now I get to pick a name for the video file that'll be created. Let's call it Croton Dam Spillway. And then the extension will be MP4, and I'll click on Save. And now the video is being rendered. If I look up at the top right again, there's a little pie chart up there that's being filled in as iMovie is rendering this video clip. It's pretty small, so it renders quickly. There we go. And I've got a notification that says it's successfully shared it, or it's made the MP4 file. Let's see if we can play it. I'll bring up the Finder. I'll go to the desktop, Croton Dam Spillway. I'll open that with QuickTime Player, and if I click the playhead, now my movie is playing. I'll hit the spacebar to stop that, Command Q to end that player, and now I can upload that file to YouTube or any other sharing website that I'd like. The one other thing I'd like to show you before I end this is to show you how I would save and name this iMovie project that I've done. So back in iMovie, if I go again all the way to the top of the window, there's a little tab up there that says Projects with an arrow pointing to the left. If I hover over that, it says Return to Projects. I'll click there, and now it's asking me to pick a name for this project. And let's call it Croton Dam Spillway. And click OK. Now when I see my project screen, I can see that I have a new project added, Croton Dam Spillway. And if I double click there, I get right back into iMovie right where I left off, and I can go ahead and change and update this. All right, so that concludes my little quick start on iMovie. There's a lot more to know about it, transitions, composing different clips, etc. But that's enough to get you going. Give it a shot. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. I hope it made sense. You can always find me on the web at jimchristensenphotography.com. Take care.